Imagine if something as simple as taking 3 specific vitamins before bedtime could help reverse your prediabetes. Not just manage it, actually reverse it. What if these powerful nutrients worked while you sleep, silently repairing the cellular damage that leads to diabetes, restoring insulin sensitivity, and naturally lowering your blood sugar by morning? Millions of people with prediabetes are taking the wrong supplements, at the wrong times, or missing these crucial nutrients entirely, and their numbers keep climbing toward full-blown diabetes. Today, we're revealing 3 science-backed vitamins that, when taken specifically before bed, create a metabolic environment that helps restore your body's natural blood sugar control. This information could transform your health journey overnight. Prediabetes affects over 96 million Americans, silently damaging blood vessels and setting the stage for serious health problems that most people never see coming. It's a warning state where your body is struggling, but hasn't completely lost the battle with blood sugar yet. The key word here is yet. Most doctors simply tell patients to exercise more and eat better, which is important, but they rarely mention how the timing of nutrients can dramatically impact your body's ability to heal itself. During sleep, your body enters its most powerful repair mode. Your cells regenerate, inflammation decreases, and your pancreas gets a chance to recover from the day's work. This makes bedtime the perfect opportunity to provide your body with specific nutrients that target blood sugar regulation when they can be most effective. Research from leading universities has shown that certain vitamins work differently at night. When your digestive system is not competing with food, and when your body's natural repair mechanisms are most active. What's even more interesting is how these nutrients work together in a synergistic way that doesn't happen when they're taken separately or at different times of day. Let's uncover these 3 vitamins that could transform your prediabetes journey while you sleep, starting with one that 68% of Americans don't get enough of. Vitamin number 1, magnesium. The first nighttime nutrient that can help reverse prediabetes is one that most Americans are severely lacking: magnesium. This mineral might seem ordinary, but its effects on blood sugar control are nothing short of extraordinary. Magnesium acts like a master key that unlocks your cell's ability to respond to insulin. When your magnesium levels are low, insulin receptors don't function properly, creating the resistance that defines prediabetes. Studies show that up to 75% of people with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes have significant magnesium deficiencies. Yet most have no idea this mineral could be the missing link in their blood sugar battle. Taking magnesium before bed creates a powerful dual-action effect. First, it directly improves insulin sensitivity in your muscle cells, which are responsible for removing about 70% of glucose from your bloodstream. Second, it promotes deeper, more restorative sleep by activating your parasympathetic nervous system and regulating melatonin. This improved sleep quality further enhances insulin sensitivity in a virtuous cycle. Robert, a 58-year-old construction manager from Ohio, discovered this connection by accident. After struggling with prediabetes for 3 years despite medication, he began taking magnesium at night for leg cramps that were disrupting his sleep. Within 6 weeks, not only did his leg cramps disappear, but his fasting blood sugar dropped from 118 to 94, moving him out of the pre-diabetic range. His doctor was so surprised by the improvement that he ordered additional tests, which confirmed Robert's insulin sensitivity had significantly improved. The timing of magnesium supplementation matters tremendously. During the day, many foods and medications can interfere with magnesium absorption. Coffee, high-calcium foods, and certain antibiotics all reduce how much magnesium your body can utilize. Taking it at night on an empty stomach about 30 minutes before sleep maximizes absorption and allows the mineral to work during your body's natural recovery period. The form of magnesium matters just as much as timing. Magnesium oxide, the most common form found in cheap supplements, is poorly absorbed and often causes digestive upset. For prediabetes, the most beneficial forms are magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, or magnesium threonate, which are better absorbed and cause less digestive distress. A therapeutic dose typically ranges from 300 to 400 millinolars for most adults, but always start at a lower dose and gradually increase to avoid digestive adjustment issues. Some people notice improved sleep quality in the first few nights, but the blood sugar benefits typically take 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use to become noticeable. The research on magnesium's blood sugar benefits is so compelling that a 2019 review in the journal Nutrients concluded that magnesium supplementation appears to have a beneficial role and improves glucose parameters in people with diabetes. Yet despite this evidence, most doctors rarely test magnesium levels or recommend supplementation. While magnesium works on improving insulin sensitivity at the cellular level, our next bedtime nutrient addresses a different aspect of blood sugar control, one that's especially active during the overnight hours when your body performs critical hormone balancing work. Vitamin number 2, vitamin D. Did you know your body has a secret night shift worker that could be sleeping on the job? The second nutrient in our bedtime prediabetes protocol is one you've likely heard about, but its connection to blood sugar and its special nighttime powers remain hidden in plain sight. Vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as just the sunshine vitamin for bones. But here's what your doctor probably never mentioned. Vitamin D is actually a powerful hormone that directly controls over 1,000 genetic pathways, including the exact genes that regulate insulin production and blood sugar balance. When vitamin D levels drop below optimal, these genetic pathways go dark and your pancreas struggles to produce the right amount of insulin at the right times. Think of vitamin D as the night supervisor for your metabolic factory. Without enough of it, your overnight shift, when your body performs critical hormone calibrations, operates in chaos instead of precision. Jennifer, a 62-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota, discovered this connection during a particularly harsh winter. Her fasting blood sugar, which had been stable at pre-diabetic levels around 115, suddenly shot up to 138 by February. No changes to diet, no changes to exercise. The only difference was 4 months with virtually no sun exposure. Her endocrinologist, more informed than most, tested her vitamin D levels and found them at a shockingly low 18 nanograms per milliliter. The doctor recommended a therapeutic dose of vitamin D taken specifically at bedtime. Within just 6 weeks, Jennifer's levels climbed to 52 nanograms per milliliter, and something remarkable happened. Her morning blood sugar readings dropped back to 103, better than they'd been in years. Here's why taking vitamin D at night creates such a powerful effect. Your body's insulin sensitivity follows a circadian rhythm that dips during sleep. Vitamin D helps counteract this nighttime dip, keeping your cells responsive to insulin when they would otherwise resist it. Even more fascinating is how vitamin D works while you sleep to reduce inflammation in the pancreatic beta cells, the very cells responsible for producing insulin. By morning, these cells function more efficiently, almost like they've received an overnight tune-up. What's truly shocking is that an estimated 80% of people with prediabetes have insufficient or deficient vitamin D levels. This is no coincidence. The optimal form for supplementation is vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, which is far more effective than the D2 form found in some supplements. For most adults with prediabetes, a nighttime dose between 2,000 to 5,000 IU is often recommended by integrative medicine practitioners, though you should verify your specific needs through testing. Taking vitamin D with your evening meal actually enhances absorption, since it's fat-soluble and utilizes the fats in your dinner for better uptake. Then, as you sleep, it begins its metabolic repair work during your body's natural restoration period. While vitamin D works its overnight magic on insulin production and pancreatic health, our final bedtime nutrient targets blood sugar from a completely different angle, by actually improving how your cells process glucose during the critical overnight fasting period. What if I told you this next mineral could be the missing link that turns your prediabetes around completely? Vitamin number 3, chromium. The final piece of our bedtime prediabetes reversal protocol might be the most powerful yet least known nutrient in blood sugar management. Chromium is the unsung hero in the fight against prediabetes. This trace mineral is so critical that without it, insulin barely works at all. Yet most people have never even heard of it. Imagine having a key to a door, but the lock is jammed with rust. That's essentially what happens when your body doesn't have enough chromium. Your insulin, the key, can't properly connect with cell receptors, the lock, to let glucose inside. The result? Blood sugar remains elevated despite your pancreas producing insulin, the very definition of insulin resistance. Michael, a 67-year-old retired firefighter from Arizona, experienced this firsthand. After 2 years of steadily worsening prediabetes despite following his doctor's diet and exercise advice, his blood sugar continued climbing toward diabetic territory. His mornings were the worst, waking up with readings between 130 to 145, despite not eating for 12+ hours. A nutritionally minded physician's assistant recommended he try chromium picolinate before bed. The results were nothing short of remarkable. Within just 3 weeks, Michael's morning blood sugar dropped to 110. By week 6, he consistently woke up to readings under 100 for the first time in years. This wasn't just coincidence. What makes chromium particularly effective at bedtime is how it works during the overnight fasting period, precisely when your liver tends to inappropriately release stored glucose. For many prediabetics, this dawn phenomenon creates frustratingly high morning readings regardless of evening eating habits. Chromium helps regulate this overnight liver glucose production, essentially telling your body, stop making sugar, we don't need it right now. But chromium doesn't stop there. It also activates an enzyme called MPK, the same enzyme triggered by intense exercise and metformin, the most common diabetes medication. This enzyme is like a metabolic master switch that improves how your cells process glucose while you sleep. The science behind chromium's effectiveness is so compelling that a landmark study published in Diabetes Care found that chromium supplementation reduced A1C levels by an average of 0.6%, a greater improvement than many prescription medications, but without the side effects. For prediabetics specifically, the optimal form is chromium picolinate, which is better absorbed than other forms. A therapeutic dose ranges from 200 to 400 rmcg, taken about 30 minutes before bed. The timing is crucial because chromium works synergistically with your body's natural overnight fasting period, when insulin sensitivity naturally resets. When combined with our first two nutrients, magnesium and vitamin D, chromium completes a powerful triad that addresses prediabetes from 3 different angles simultaneously while you sleep. What's most remarkable is how these 3 nutrients work together in ways they simply cannot achieve individually. The synergy creates what researchers call a metabolic reset effect that can literally transform your morning blood sugar readings within weeks. So what happens when you combine all 3 of these powerful nutrients in the right forms, the right doses, and at the right time? Conclusion. So there you have it, 3 powerful nutrients that work together while you sleep to help turn prediabetes around. Magnesium opens the cellular doors for insulin. Vitamin D repairs your insulin-producing cells. And chromium tells your liver to stop releasing unnecessary glucose overnight. The beauty of this approach? It works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. Take all 3 about 30 minutes before bed, and they'll work their magic while you sleep. Many of our viewers have seen their morning numbers drop within weeks of starting this routine. Remember, though, this isn't about replacing good habits. It's about making everything else you're doing work better. Think of it as giving your metabolism the right tools for an overnight tune-up. Of course, check with your doctor before starting, especially if you're on medication. But imagine waking up to better numbers without changing anything else in your routine. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button right now. We share simple, natural solutions like this every week that can make a real difference in your health. Prediabetes doesn't have to be your destiny. Sometimes the path back to normal blood sugar is as simple as the right nutrients at the right time.